welcome back to the channel. We're going to be doing a little bit of a hat trick today. We're going to be doing Elvis Presley, Frank Sinatra, and Angelina Jordan singing My Way. So I hope you enjoy the tribute to both Elvis and Frank, who are gone, of course. And then the Angelina, of course, is going to be performing on February 29th in Las Vegas at the hotel where the king, Elvis, spent roughly 7 years in residence while he was performing there, 600 and some odd number of in a row, sold out shows. And it wasn't long after he left the International Hotel back in those days. It was called, it's Westgate now. It wasn't long after that he wasn't with us anymore. But and there's a few performances in between when he left the International Hotel and when he left the building permanently. But yeah, it's sad, you know. It's sad that those things happen to people that seem to have everything going for them, and then things just somehow go south. So anyway, and then you got we got Frank Sinatra, lived a long, full life. I don't believe there was anything unusual about his passing. I think he just passed of natural causes, I would believe. I don't know. I could look it up maybe during intermission or something here. And of course, Angelina is just stepping out onto the, we'll call it the adult stage. She's 18 now, and she's doing these performances in Las Vegas where Elvis did the last part of his career, and now she's stepping out into the limelight, if you will. And she does such a beautiful job covering these kind of songs. So let's go ahead and listen to Elvis and Frank and Angelina. Somehow I'm going to mix them all up in there, and we'll come out the other side, and I think we'll have a much better day because of it, okay? Let's go ahead and listen. I'm going to put this on full screen, so I'm going to disappear. And we shall listen now. Okay, I think I'm going to move over here. A little crowded on the other side there. So, this is Frank Sinatra, 1974, Madison Square Garden, live, New York City, My Way. There's a lot of versions of Frank Sinatra singing the song. I sort of picked this one. I'm going to say more at random. I wanted to get one that was a little bit later in his career. No particular reason. I think there's sometimes with some singers there's a certain richness and depth in their voice that comes with a little bit more age. And that's just my opinion, of course. This is a great song. I love this song. I sing this song in my car when nobody's listening. It sounds fantastic when I sing it in my car when nobody's listening. And I do it a cappella, of course, because I don't always have the music. Sometimes I'll turn on the karaoke thing, but, you know, it's just kind of a, well, it's how do I want to say this? This is a little on the personal side, okay? So I'm getting older. So the song means something to me. You know, the words, the lyrics, the whole thing. Means more to me now than it would have ever earlier in my life, I think. But now, the end is near. I don't know when, but, you know, every day I'm getting a step closer to whenever the end is. And now that you get older, it's like, yeah, well, any day now, you know, it could be, I mean, the naysayers like to say, yeah, well, that's the same for everybody. You know, you could get hit by lightning, you run over by, yeah, whatever. Yeah, that's true. That could happen. But as you get older, it's going to happen. It just matters. It doesn't, it's inevitable, okay? Nobody lives forever. So, you know, is my day tomorrow, the next day, the day after? Right now, I'm just hoping, let me get past February 29th. I want to go see Angelina. After that, you know, then we could take a little more relaxed pace. I don't want anything to happen until after the concert. So it's just, you know, because what, as you approach this stage of life, you listen to the song lyrics here. They're really great lyrics, because they really tell the tale that so many people can relate to, I think. And it may not be, you know, he's not getting into specifics about his life, but he tells the way the story is told here. It could be a lot of people, and you can substitute certain ideas or concepts and to fill in the blanks if you want to. But yeah, it's pretty much the journey we're all on and we're all going to be on. So it's the story of that, and that's, you know, those are the kind of songs I really like, that really have, you know, they really talk about life, you know, and our lives and leading our lives, and they're able to take the lyrics and make them fit and be something that people can relate to. A lot of people, you know, they pick those things that happen to a lot of people in life, and they put them to some beautiful lyrics and a beautiful melody, and then you got yourself a great song, right? I mean, that's what the songs used to be. Nowadays, you know, maybe not so much. Now it's flash and dash and don't wear any clothes and money and all that kind of stuff. I'm not, you know I'm an old fogey, but I'm really, I'd rather have a song have character, have depth, have richness, have soul, have heart. That's just me. And I think it's a lot of my generation too, because that's where we came from. Our music back in the day didn't have all the electronica, all the gadgets, all the gear. It was basically real live instruments that would real live singing, and not a lot of enhancement. I think reverb came along somewhere long back in the time when I was listening, but you didn't hear a lot of it. I know there were some artists didn't even want to use it because they felt it was distorting their voice. Well, nowadays that's why they use it. It's to distort their voice. It's a whole different mindset, right? So, yeah. Well, so me talking is a matter of some distress to some people. So let me get this over with. I am done talking. I'm going to turn on big screen here, full screen, and we're going to listen to Frank Sinatra sing the song. I have not listened to this whole thing, so I'm listening with you guys for the first time this whole performance. I have listened to part of it, but not the whole thing. Okay, welcome to the channel. Angelina Jordan, My Way. I just got done filming the Elvis version and the Frank Sinatra version of the song. I think I'm going to do maybe like a little mashup thing. I'll see. I might not do that. I might just do side-by-sides. That's where, you know, each singer does a little segment. Close enough together, you can kind of, if you want to compare, or I don't know. Never mind. We don't like to do comparisons here, or to pick winners or losers. That's not it. They're all winners. And we are too, forgetting to listen to them, all right? So let's go ahead and get this recorded. This is Angelina. Angelina, by the way, was 11 years old here. And this is one of the few videos where you see her. She's laughing at the beginning of the video, having fun. And you don't get to, she does laugh and smile quite a lot, but you rarely get to see her when it's usually when it's showtime, when it's time to pick up the mic and sing, or in this case, she doesn't have to pick up a mic, it's in the room there somewhere with her. Usually when it's go time, and she does shift into performance mode, as you'll see, but typically when it's time to sing, man, she's there, she's on it. So let's play this. Oops, sorry, I don't want to do it yet. I want to go to full screen and get me out of here, okay? Now, I'm still here, by the way, the whole time. I'm behind. I think you can still hear me just fine. Just my picture's gone. For some reason, that picture won't come up on top of this one. I could probably monkey around and try to figure it out, but you guys get bored to death, and I don't want that to happen.
Okay. At least. So.
We will now do the national anthem, but you needn't rise. And now the end is near, and so I face
final curtain.
My friend,
I'll
make it
stay
clear.
I'll state my case, of which I'm certain.
I've lived a life
that's full. I've traveled each and every highway.
And now the end is near, and so I face the final curtain. My friend, I'll say it clear, I'll state my case, of which I'm certain. I've lived a life that's full, I have traveled each and every byway.
More than this, I did it my way. Regrets, I've had a few, but then again, too few to mention.
And more, much more than this, I did it my way. Regrets, I've had a few, but then again, too few to mention.
And more, much more than this, I did it my way. Regrets, I've had a few, but then again, too few to mention.
I did what I had to do and saw it through without exemption. I planned each charted course, each careful step along the byway.
I did what I had to do. I saw it through without exemption. I planned each charted course, each careful step along the byway.
I did what I had to do and saw it through without exemption. I planned each charted course, each careful step along the byway. And more, much more than this, I did it my way.
Yes, there were times, I guess you knew, when I bit off more than I could chew. And with it all, when there was doubt, I ate it up, then spit it out. I grew tall, through it all, and did it my way.
Yes, there were times, I'm sure you knew, when I bit off more than I could chew. But through it all, I ate it up and spit it out. I faced it all, and I stood tall and did it my way. fill my share of losing.
I've loved, laughed and cried. I've had my fill, my share of losing.
I've loved, I laughed, I cried. I had my fill, my share of losing.
But now, as tears subside, I find it all so amusing.
And now, as tears subside, I find it all so amusing.
And now, as tears subside, I find it all so amusing.
To think I did all that, and may I say, not in a shy way. Oh no, oh no, not me. I did it my way.
To think I did all that, and may I say, not in a shy way. Oh no, not me. I did it my way.
To think I did all that, and may I say, not in a shy way. No, not me. I did it my way. For what is a man? What has he got? If not himself, then he has not to say the things he truly feels, and not the words of one who kneels. The record shows I took the blows and did it my way. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I thank you very much. You've been marvelous.
For what is a man? What has he got? If not himself, then he has not to say the words he truly feels, and not the words of one who kneels. The record shows I took the blows and did it my way. The record shows I took the blows and did it my way. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
For what is a man? What has he got? If not himself, then he is not to say the things he truly thinks, and not the words of one who yields. The record shows I took the blows and did it my way. Yes, it was my way. Bye.
Bye, Angelina. Yeah. Hang on. I just got to check something. When did Frank Sinatra pass away?
Frank Sinatra died May 14th, 1998 at age 82 in Los Angeles.
May 14th, 1998 at age 82. When did Frank Sinatra last perform?
In 1994, Sinatra performed his final public concert and was awarded the Legend Award at the 1994 Grammys. This is from liveabout.com.
1994 Grammys. So that would be 20 years after this. You know, this video has 53 million views. Okay, so a lot of people love this kind of music and this kind of singer. An era, a bygone era. There's a few people out there now, you know, you know who they are, that have these kind of voices, but most have gone with flash and cash, right? So, not all, of course. You can't generalize. You know, artistic talents and abilities are unique to each individual. So you can't really lump everybody in a category. You can put them in a genre, try to. Sometimes they jump out of that genre, go to another genre, then you got to recalculate. But, you know, these old, I mean, this is, you know, in this video, Frank seems a little bit like he's starting to slip a little, you know. And I think I heard that before. I had heard that he was having difficulty remembering the words, getting stuck once in a while, even with the monitors, you know. But God bless him. You know, he didn't need the money, he didn't need the fame, he didn't need any of it. But there he is out there singing, right? Because why? Apparently he loves singing and music, and he's got fans that'll listen to him. If all he does is go out there and blow his nose, there'll be people out there that'll give him a standing ovation at the end. Because it's Frank Sinatra, okay? It's a little bit of an exaggeration, possibly. I'm not sure that it's an exaggeration. But, yeah, he's, you know, he's a unique talent, one of a kind, like so many others, okay? So, let's move on. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a good day, good night, good morning, whatever it is, wherever you are. We'll see you on the next video. Okay, that's Elvis. Not just a singer, a showman, a performer, an entertainer. Not just a singer, okay? Yeah, Elvis was Elvis. There's no, I mean, there's, you know, how many, I don't know how many hundreds, if not thousands of people have been Elvis impersonators over the years. Some of them are pretty good impersonators, but what they're doing for the most part is they're copying what they saw Elvis do, and they're copying especially the iconic things that Elvis did that made Elvis Elvis. For example, most of the impersonators that are higher level impersonators have the same costumes, the same, well, I don't know, wardrobe. I don't know if it's costume is the right word. It would be, I guess, if you're an impersonator, right? So yeah, Elvis was a flashy dresser and unique. From my experience, I don't ever see anybody walking down the street like that. It's just a performance thing, right? And a show person, a showman, and an entertainer, you know, because that stuff is a little fascinating, I think, to the audience. So you take a impersonator and they put on the same suit and they fix the hair a certain way, and maybe look like them a little bit, one way or the other, or they can modify what they have to look more like Elvis, and then they, you know, they basically try to copy the voice and copy all the way that Elvis sang the song, so that it's recognizable and you can say, yeah, that guy was, you know, pretty good. It's not them. Elvis was the original. So when he, well, I mean, this song, see Elvis, a lot of people don't know this. I Googled it a couple times now because I found it hard to believe myself. Elvis never wrote any of his own music. He never wrote his own songs. He covered songs like this one. He also had people write him songs. But he never wrote any songs. That's not a diss or anything like that. It's just a fact. You know, not everybody can have talents in all these different areas, right? So Elvis, I think it's enough. He's got performer, entertainer, and singer, movie star, and he just has a personality and a style that's unique. You know, so he's got a lot of things. He's checking off a lot of boxes, right? And same thing, Frank Sinatra. When we're going to listen to Frank Sinatra too, along the line of this, and there's only one Frank Sinatra. You can't. People can copy his voice. They can sing like him, similar to him. Some can sing parts of the songs that Frank did better than Frank. But there's only one Frank Sinatra. It doesn't matter. It's a unique person and personality, and in a certain era, and it's gone. It's not. You can't duplicate the entire experience and the journey and voyage of Frank Sinatra or Elvis or Angelina Jordan, for that matter. We happen to be in the fortunate spot of witnessing an awful lot of Angelina's life and her, so far, where she's come from, where she's going, and her singing abilities and how long she's had them. And it's such an amazing thing to watch. Because she's been able to sing. I mean, when she was little, so there's only so much you can do with the little vocal cords, I think. But still, she had in there, you could hear all this greatness in there. Great. What makes these people great? I don't know, but they're great, okay? All of them. So Angelina, the other thing that Angelina does, she found a way to add extras. She credits Billie Holiday with being probably her greatest influence, and she said if it wasn't for Billie Holiday, there wouldn't be an Angelina Jordan. Angelina said that. And I think what Angelina got from Billie Holiday was that ability to put a lot of emotion in there, a lot of raw feeling, raw stuff. And that just touches you, man. It does. You can't listen to it and not feel something, I don't think, no matter who you are. And Elvis, he evokes some emotion in a performance like this. You know, he has a lot of power in his voice. You can tell that he's feeling the song. Frank Sinatra, same thing. When he sings this song in a little bit, when you listen to him, you know, late in his career, he had to read everything off a teleprompter. He couldn't remember any of the words, okay? Or a monitor, or whatever they call it. And, hey, I don't know how old he was when he finally stopped singing, but I turned 69 March 1st. I can't remember anything. I'm playing pickleball. You know, you play pickleball, right? There's 4 people playing. One of them serves the ball to the opposite court, and you play it out. You know, you might go back and forth a couple of times, and somebody misses or whatever. Okay, then if the server's side wins the point, then they get to serve again. They got to change to the other part of the court that they're on. And then if they don't get the point, it goes the other side gets to serve, right? So it's kind of like tennis and ping pong, similar in a way. Different though, different scoring mechanics. So, or reporting maybe is a better word. So you go there. I can't remember when we do a volley, if it goes more than 2 or 3 hits. I don't remember who was serving, what the score was, or with the servers, one person's number 1 and the other one's number 2. Just depends on where they happen to be on the court when the ball changes hands, you know. And, you know, sometimes I can remember it pretty good for a while, you know, but there's other times where we just played that thing and I can't for the life of me remember who served that ball. And it might have been me even, okay? That's how bad it is, all right? I just find that so, I used to be sharp as a tack, believe it or not. I used to remember everything. I knew everybody's name. I was on top of it, okay? Now, in what I consider to be short order, it's not that great. Okay, I gotta say, I have to confess. I used to remember details, and now I'm hurting in that memory department. And it's sad for me to see myself deteriorate that way, especially seeing as how my mother passed away of Alzheimer's. So I'm thinking, well, it looks like I'm heading down that road sooner or later. So and maybe it's already started. Maybe that's what this is the beginning of that, because that's what happened with my mother. You know, it starts off with some memory issues that your mother's getting older too. You write it off as getting older, but yeah, maybe that's part of it. But it might not be the only part of it. It might just be the beginning of the, you know, a terrible way to go out. But anyway, I'm not worried about it. It is what it is. Whatever comes along, I'll either deal with it or not. I guess I don't know what the not part is, but I mean, what's your choice, right? So Elvis, Frank, Angelina. Elvis and Frank are gone. Angelina's still here. Angelina, I hope, is going to be here for many, many decades. Like Frank. More like Frank than like Elvis. Elvis, I think he was in his 40s when he passed away. Unfortunate. Oh, you know, sometimes people say, like with, I just did Fields of Gold with Eva Cassidy. How great it would have been to have Angelina and Eva do a duet together. Yeah. How about Elvis and Angelina? Yep. How about Frank Sinatra and Angelina? Yep. How about anybody and Angelina? Yep. Okay. The thing is, though, that with Angelina, we don't see her singing with other people very often. That may change, but because she sings in an interpretive jazz style. This is, by the way, I'm a carpenter, okay? So all my wisdom about music is guesswork. But she has an interpretive jazz style, which means that she plays around with the notes and the timing and all the other stuff. And I don't know all the proper words. I guess there's something called phrasing. I don't even know what it is, okay? Timing, I guess I can figure out that, you know, there's a beat, and some people sing every note is on a beat kind of thing. And then with jazz, interpretive jazz, sometimes you come in late, sometimes you go in early and late, and then, you know, let the music catch up. It all depends on how you're feeling, how you want to interpret the music, and how you want the audience to perceive it. So with that kind of singing with somebody is a little tough, because you got to get together on the same page for parts of things, and then if you go flying off and doing your own thing in certain parts, you could actually, you know, one person could wait while one person does their thing or something like that. But you got to coordinate that a little bit, I would think. That's why sometimes it's tough for some of the bands that play with jazz singers. You know, they got to be right on top of things, because, you know, if all of a sudden the jazz singer goes off in the bushes and does some crazy stuff, I mean, you got to be back there backing that up somehow. You don't even know where it's going, right? But generally speaking, I mean, they stay with the melody, but it's just, you know, they might have to, sometimes you've seen where jazz singers, where the singer will start talking to the audience or something. Like Etta James did quite a lot of that later in her career. She would just stop and she'd just start talking, and meanwhile the band is playing basically the same song. They're just playing this section over and over again, just trying to keep the music, having a little bit of a background until Etta was ready to go. Then they would, you know, slide back in about where she left off and then pick up with it, you know. That can't be easy, really, if you don't know what's going to happen. I don't think some of that stuff, some is rehearsed and some isn't, so you don't know. How did I get on all this topic? So I'm talking about stuff I don't even know anything about. That's not unusual. That's actually probably standard operating procedure. So I'm going to end this one here. It's been way long enough. Sorry about all the talking. I don't know. I just throw all that stuff out there. You know, I get the comments. Sometimes people agree, they disagree. That's okay. That's what how are you going to get anywhere if you don't discuss things, right? So let's end it here. And I'll see you guys really shortly with more stuff here, okay? Bye-bye. Oh, have a good day, good night, good morning, good evening, whatever it is, wherever you are. We'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye. Now we'll say bye-bye. Yeah. What a gift to all of us, this girl is. All of humanity. Having a little fun today. A little giggle at the beginning, a giggle at the end. Precious moments, man. You don't get to see a lot of that, but that's there's nothing wrong with it, and I love it, as a matter of fact. You know, I've said it before, just maybe some of you haven't heard me say it. I feel like Angelina is my granddaughter. I really do. I don't have a granddaughter. So I've adopted her as my granddaughter from a distance, okay? She lives in California, I live in New York, so we're distant relatives, if you will. And she, you know, she just, her talent, her very nature, her being, her essence as a human being is, it's incredible, you know. I mean, sometimes I feel bad, you know, that I'm not, you know, I don't talk about my own kids this way. Sometimes. My kids are all unique and special too. Everybody knows about their own kids. You got to leave them out of, you have to leave them out of most conversations when you talk about other people, because there's nobody that compares to your own children. But, you know, as you grow up, as the kids get older, you get older and all the other stuff. I mean, you know, when you're young, you kind of have expectations of what they're going to become, or I don't know if expectations is the right word. You have dreams for them, and they have their own dreams, and you support their dreams. But, you know, and then sometimes life gets its own way, whether you like it or not. You know, sometimes you're able to do the things you want to do, sometimes you can't. I think Angelina and her family are unstoppable, anything they want to do. They seem to have found the formula. Part of it may be, it seems like they have the resources to do whatever they want to do. And that alone is something that removes a lot of obstacles to stop other people. But it's more than that, because Angelina, her whole life, has a dream to sing for the whole world. She also, at her concert that I went to in Portsmouth, and she does it in other concerts. I've seen the ones that we have live recordings of. She talks about spreading love and kindness, and, you know, it's, that message is universal. We all can just take that simple message and think about it and try to incorporate it in our daily life. Why can't we just do that? Why can't we just try to spread a little love and kindness? So you take this little girl, she has this dream, she has never, that I can see, has never wavered not one bit from the path. Neither has her family, and their support of her and her trying to accomplish her dream. And I think they do everything they can to make, to provide the resources necessary and the opportunities for her to chase her dreams. Are they doing it a conventional, normal way? Probably not. You know, she has done some things that you could consider to be conventional, normal, like going on NGT. You know, that's a normal path for people to pursue that want to be singers, you know, especially, you know, like professional popular singers. But it's more than that. She's also sang at the Nobel Peace Prize things twice. One was just recently, one was, I think she was 10 years old. She might have been 8, somewhere between 8 and 10, I don't remember. But she's young. And not only that, that day she was sick. They told her not to perform. It was cold. Everybody else had all kinds of jackets and coats on and everything else. And she goes out there and it looks like an insulated dress. Bare feet, because she doesn't perform in anything other than bare feet. And there was a space heater around those round ones, probably an LP heater or some kind or something. There was, I don't know where the concert was. I don't remember the location, but blowing on her feet. And I can tell you from working around those space heaters, right in front of them, you can get warm, but then the farther away you get, the less warm you get. And if you get too close to them, there's like flames coming out sometimes too, so you don't want to get too close. But yeah, they're not the safest thing in the world, but they do put out a fair amount of heat. And she goes out there with a croaky voice and sings "What a Wonderful World." It's just, it's too much. It's too much. So yeah, I feel like Angelina is my granddaughter. And all the things she's done and accomplished, all the places she's been, all the things she's been involved in, her steadfastness and her trying to achieve her dreams, I'm here to help her with that if I can. I'm a little issue to it. I'm a small, YouTube guy with a, you know, a growing audience, steadily growing audience, but it's a small audience. And I mean, that's it. You know, I don't know how much time I got left on this planet, but before I go, if I can help promote Angelina, I think it's worth time well spent, myself personally. There's one other cause I have that I got to get involved in before it gets too late, and that is not going to be on this channel. It's going to be on a separate channel, and it's a cause that is close to my heart. So, but I'm not having it on here. This channel is a sanctuary to come listen to beautiful music and listen to this beautiful singer Angelina as she charts her course towards ultimate, iconic, immortality as a musical, as a performer, as a singer, as a songwriter, whatever the case may be, a humanitarian. She is an icon for both hope and love, I believe. A beacon. Actually, a beacon's a better term. She's a beacon for that. She's the light. We look at her, we see what she does, we observe her, listen to her, and from that, we're basking in that. And we're the lucky ones. So, yeah, let's scram out of here. Boy, I got on a lot of talking today, didn't I? Sorry about that. For those that don't like it, for those that do, I hope you liked the stuff I did today. Oh, just a stream of consciousness. So, have a good day, good night, good morning, whatever it is, wherever you are. Angelina, she's got her finger right there. She's #1. And it's just joyful to see her laughing and having a good time at the beginning and the end. But in the middle, all business. That's our trooper right there. Have a good night, good morning, good evening, whatever it is, wherever you are. We'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.